Morning, everybody. Two pops there. I gotta save that out. There we go. And, oh, we got people popping in already. Hello, good morning. How you doing, Papa Reefer? And definitely an easy Sunday morning, I guess. There we go. How about that? All right, so links are up, are ready to be up. Morning, OG. You're waiting for spring, are you, Papa? You actually still have snow and such? It's pretty much cleared up where I am in Canada, where I am. But that being said, one of the biggest storms we ever had was at the end of April one time. How you doing, OG? Hear me drinking coffee. Sorry about that. Where you at, Papa? Papa Reefer? I'm pretty good. Wound up oddly doing 8 hours after Aaron's Aquarium stream yesterday. It was supposed to be a couple hours, but it just flew by. It's not really what I'm about. I mean, I don't mind doing a few of them, but it's like, I like my sleep and I like my food. You know what I mean? I'm like everybody else. You're in New York, upstate New York, I'm guessing then? Lake Ontario. Yeah, I knew you were in New York City, OG. Hey, what's up, morning, Kay? How you doing? Oh. At least some people are getting my notifications now. I had a really odd issue going on there last week. Just people weren't getting that. Either I was doing this or I'd put a video or whatever was going on. Have a look at a couple things here, guys. Woo, woo, woo. I've almost hit 150 subscribers. That is wild. No? Oh. Everything's all right, though, K-Reeve? Lady doing fine? Those that don't know, K-Reeve's lady is expecting their child. Yeah, OG, and that doesn't help me narrow down was she French Canadian or English Canadian because there's a big English quarter in Montreal. Yeah. Yes, all's fine. Good to hear, K-Reeve. Makes it worse, though, right? I know, but or she's due, right? Like in that regard. Morning, Lisa. Ah, there he is.
Hey, hey, hey.
Yeah. So, how's
Hello.
did she just go into falls labor? What's going on, man?
Yeah, when we came home after we went out for dinner,
Right.
she went to the toilet and there was a lot of blood.
Ah, yes. Okay.
So so we called the maternity. How you say that? Maybe it's the same there. I don't know. So we called them and they said, "Yeah, come in. We have to check it, of course."
Yeah.
And
Make sure what's going on. Yep.
so yeah, she had some opening, but maybe it was from the uterus that because it's opening that she had some vein that's
Something
yeah
ruptured, that kind of thing. Nothing serious. Good
yeah
deal.
ruptured.
Yeah.
So they put on the monitor and checked with an echo.
Right.
Everything was fine with the little guy.
Good. 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 How far
Uh,
along? How far along is she?
yeah, normally it's due for Monday, so
Ah, okay. She's
it
close.
can
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. So it can be today, it can be tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. She could have dropped her mucus. Yeah. If we can get gross if we want, Lisa, but yeah, there's still
But
my yeah.
she's on the good way, they said, so it won't take too long anymore. So we see.
Yeah. No. No. It'll definitely be. I'm excited for you. And then I'm
Yeah, it's
excited for the next 19 years, buddy, because I'm not even going to go there today. Let's not get me started on that crap today. Like,
yeah.
uh,
It's my my fourth child.
yeah, so you know what's coming. I don't need to tell you.
Yeah. For her it's the first one. So
Ah, there you go.
yes.
Oh, I went through that at the beginning of this relationship that we couldn't have another, she couldn't have another child, and because she can't, right? I'm like, it's all right. We'll buy
Okay.
fish. We'll have things that. Oh, so the cats. It's all the cats, man.
Yeah. We have
So
three cats, and that's also her babies, you know.
yeah, exactly. Right. You know, mine, my big
Yeah.
male, which is my youngest one, if the litter box is not to his, in quotations, liking, goes and pees in the bathroom sink. So thankfully, that's what he does, is he pees in the bathroom
Yeah.
sink. Right. But it's still like you're standing there, you
Yeah.
know, if I'm using the bathroom, and all of a sudden I look over and it's like, oh, litter box is full, is it? And it's kind of like
Man.
this look like, yeah. And it's like, man, right. Like, you know, I got two cats, man, that'll poop on a mound of poop. You know what I mean? Him? Nope. Don't like this? Clean it up. You know,
Yeah.
like, okay. So,
Yeah, we
yeah, it
have
works out.
with three cats, so we have two litter boxes.
Yep. So do we. Yep. Have to.
Yeah,
Yeah. We had four. He
because
had a,
otherwise,
but unfortunately, the brother of that one that likes to pee in the sink, he definitely had something wrong with him at some point, and he ended up being anemic and getting a heart murmur, and just he went downhill. He was 22 pounds at 9 months, man. He was going to be a monster cat, I think. But genetics obviously were messed up somewhere. So, you know,
okay.
it sucks. You know, everyone loses pets. We all do. Hell, I get upset when I lose
Yeah.
fish. I really do. Right, like
Oh,
depending on the fish.
me too.
Yeah.
Me
So,
too.
do you
Is he
see?
castrated?
Oh yeah, they're all done. Yeah, you call it castrated.
Mm.
uh,
Yeah, how you say that?
yeah, we call it
Or
fixed. Fixed. Yeah, fixed or spayed
fixed?
or
Yeah.
neutered. Right? Yeah, no, he's fixed.
For
Castrated. Yes, we can. Yeah.
for male cats we say castrated, and for the girls we say uh, sorry
Tubes
for the
tied.
noise.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
We say how you call it again? Sterilized.
Sterilized. Yeah. Well, you're in
Yeah,
where you're in. Uh, not Belgium. No, are you in Belgium,
I'm
Jake?
Belgian. Yeah,
Yeah, you're in Belgium.
yeah. I live actually straight on the border from
Right.
Belgium and the Netherlands.
Yeah. So there you go. I haven't been to Belgium in a long time. When I was a kid, we used to live in Germany, in Lahr, so
Oh, okay.
southwestern Germany, and we used to go on what's called Volksmarches. Um, for those that don't know, as a kid, I looked at them as forced marches, but they were a form of extra. Go out on Sunday or Saturday and go on a march, right, which is a 3K or a 5K walk or whatever the case may be, and you go to different
Okay.
countries to do it as well. So we went to Italy, we went to France, we went to Belgium. You know, it's almost like an excuse to go traveling. So
Yeah, yeah. I know. I have lived in Sweden for a few years, and there was a neighbor. He did this. What's it, geocaching or something?
okay. Hmm.
So, and then he also said there's a good excuse to go travel alone. He said without a wife.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Right. You use it in whatever way you wish, as they like to say. So, oh man, I'm telling you, I had a fifth of morning we've got trying to wake up here.
You need
That's
to
why it's
plug
like
in my
easy like
phone.
Sunday morning. Yeah. So
It's going to start up my laptop also. It's easier to follow chat and stuff.
so is yeah.
Soon,
Yeah. I know. There's lots of diabetic
my girlfriend.
stuff. Yeah. So how's your what's sorry? Go ahead, Katie. Uh,
I said soon my girlfriend's sister is coming, so then I have to close anyways.
oh well, there you go. Family first, man. Family first. Trust me.
Yeah.
I swear to God, when my wife gets up in the morning, she makes angry coffee.
Angry coffee.
I call it angry coffee. There's rinds in it.
What's
It's
that?
just because I didn't wake up first to make good coffee. She wakes up and makes angry coffee.
Oh, yeah. So the family is here. So, well, I talk to you all another time again.
Oh yeah, we'll probably be around. One of us will be streaming, I'm sure.
Yeah. So maybe with next time with the news for the newborn.
Even better.
Hey,
Sounds good,
thanks for
man.
the chat, man.
Good luck, man. Take care. Yeah, all best wishes.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Yo, thank you.
No, no spank you. I wish him all the best of luck, but nope, I'm done. Any more kids would just drive me. I'd be done. I'd be snapping, running down the street naked, screaming, "Not there!" with naked beekeeper's disease. So, oh, there we go. Yeah. So, oh, for those that don't know that are in the chat or anything, Kevin is expecting his fourth child. I think he said it was. Yeah. There's Mel. Oh, yeah. Fourth child. No thanks. I just know what my mother went through with three of us. Mm-hmm. Yeah. My daughter and my stepson are both roughly at the same age, so they graduated at the same time. They, all this stuff went on at the same time. It's just, ugh. No. Well, we don't need a lot of kids anymore. We don't have farms, so we don't need child labor to help us run the farm and whatnot. So it's definitely it's the way society is currently. Yeah. Has anybody got any questions? Any news? I'm going to be getting set up there next weekend with my Pico tank, my 5-gallon, that I'm doing in conjunction with Nick from Aquarium Cabinet Solutions. Oh, money definitely is. We don't need that. I think that's unspoken, and we all know money is a big issue with having too many kids. I'm still wondering how my brother's surviving on 3-child tax credit here in Canada, and it's about $600 a month on top of that he's making. It's just no, couldn't do that. But he is, and all the power to him. I wish him nothing but the best. Yeah, that's really weird. Hold on, Lisa. Let me have a little fun because shit's open Sunday in Canada. So bear with me, folks. I'm gonna go look something up. Hey, Lisa, what's your postal code? Oh, I know your postal code. Never mind. I already have that. Yay, my PayPal account was restored. Let's see here. Just finding something here, guys. Talk myself, ask a question. I'll be there in a moment. There we go. Oh, come on. Really? There it is. And 380s. Oh my God, I can't believe Canadian Tire's site is that bad. Really can't. What we got
What's
in
up,
here?
Craig?
Not much, cheese. What's hanging, buddy?
Oh, nothing much. I just woke up, fixed me some coffee. I was about to start a stream. I said, I got some stuff to do. I said, I'm going to wait about 15 minutes. I bet Craig will throw one up.
Yeah, that's what I do. So, no, oh God, now I forget what, N3H, I'm just finding Barkeeper's Friend N3H.
Oh, you're looking for that barkeeper's friend stuff?
Yeah, I can't understand how I can get it in Hicksville, where I am basically, and she can't find it there. So
That's Lisa.
Yeah, Lisa. There we go. So let's do us a search. There we go, and aisle 12 or aisle 24, and it's in stock in Cambridge. So there we go. So I'm going to show my screen, and you will now know what it looks like and see it. Lisa, who's got ick? Oh, why is that like a prevalent thing in my life?
It seems to be a pretty prevalent problem.
It is, man. Ick is a cast iron bitch.
Well, my thoughts is it's like staph. Everybody has staph. It's like you said, how is your immune system, though? If you get impaled by something, chances are you're going to get staph because you've had an injury. You're more susceptible to it because it can enter the body now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Is that showing?
Yeah. So I don't know if it's showing on YouTube. Hold on.
Oh, let me find out.
Well, it's got a delay. I've got it open still. Yes, it showed up.
Yeah, so there it is, Lisa. That's what you're looking for. And if you notice, it says Cambridge, Ontario. And there's 12 of them in aisle 24. And that is the store. I don't know if you guys have more than one. But, yeah, just this Cambridge, Ontario. I'm going to guess you guys only have one. So there you go. Give them a call. Get them to go find it because it's. I swear to God, it's there. Yeah. Although I would say that if online says they have it, yeah, they use it for everything. Monica, they really do. I'm going to grab a coffee, guys. Bear with me here. I do not have enough Java in me to be overly pleasant. So, be right back.
He leaves me in charge. Well, you people are too trusting. Let's see. I'll do a roll call for him while he's gone. We got Papa Reefer, OG's Fish Room, K Reef, Lisa, Reef God, Melanie, always hanging out in the background, Tim's Tank, Annika's here, and I think that covers everybody that's here so far. Oh, here we fucking go. No, it's not going, Bees. He just went to get a coffee, and I muted myself for a minute for reasons in chat. Plus, I don't know if you just want to hear me droning on for a while. That's why I like OBS. I can put on background music. Oh, I already tried that this morning, Lisa. This is like a little hedgehog in the mornings.
Yeah, you almost need me talking. I forgot. I got to drive my wife to work. She has a weird schedule and has to work today, and I forgot. So, which for me is not that big a deal. It's only a couple minutes up the road, literally. So, but
let's get somebody else in here so I'm not stuck by myself.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Somebody else should drop in. Lisa should drop in so she can talk about her new setup that she's starting, or somebody. Somebody. Anybody want to pop into the hangout? Oh, of course, I'm going to have that kind of a time. Dun, 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 All right. Well, come on in. The link's up there, or do you need me to drop the link again?
Oh, speaking of which, I need to copy that.
Yeah, it's always a good idea. Just in case you get kicked out.
Just so I can put it back in later if I need to also.
Yeah, in case anybody else pops on for the day. Like, I'm not even going to be gone that long, but literally maybe 10, 15 minutes tops. if that. Yeah, have not had
I
enough.
want Melody to come in and hang out one day since I know she's not out delivering packages today.
Oh, she might come in today. She loves showing off her tank.
Oh, see, I've never gotten to chat with her.
No. I need tubes.
You need tubes?
There you go. So, hey, Mel. Why don't you pop on in, show off your tank? I mean, your tank. We don't need to see you. We just want to see your tank.
Yeah, I can't put my tanks on screen. Yeah, my 75 will come on in about 20 minutes, but
Yeah, you got the same problem I get when I first get on. Nothing's on. No.
well, that's why I ended up splitting the tanks. The 75 is basically a during the day cycle, because I don't work a regular schedule either.
Yep.
So it comes on at like 8:30 or 9 o'clock, and it goes until whatever, 4 or 5 in the evening. But then the Nano with the corals in it, it doesn't come on till noon and it runs till 10.
Right.
You on your phone, Lisa? Oh, that's why. It doesn't do me any good to copy the link.
No, you're not a wrench. I got the where it's not working? No. I've got it up there, guys. Melanie, what about you? The link's not working for Lisa. Oh, I can get around that though.
Email.
Yep.
Some people take these things way too seriously.
Yeah, really. Yeah, Bees Reef. I don't know, and I don't think, but I know some people have done stuff like that, but it's a heavy pollutant in your tank.
Bees, what have you tried feeding him so far?
No.
There we go.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't just link us directly from YouTube.
Couldn't tell you. It's it works for some and doesn't work for others. So no. So.
But yeah, when I was there yesterday, Craig, I couldn't they had the tag for it, but the shelf they had none. They had silver.
But they weren't showing the gold. Did you get a hold of somebody to go check out back? Because sometimes it'll say there's 12, which means that's a full case.
No. Annika actually wrote that in the chat. I was like, that's a good idea. I'm going to call and see if that's a possibility.
Yeah, and they say, no, I'm not showing it on the shelf. Can you get someone to check out back?
Yeah.
Canadian Tire's notorious for that. So.
Right? Well, Canadian Tire is a bunch of, there's kids that work there, too.
Yippers.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid, Canadian Tire is where my dad went to get car parts and talk to guys who knew shit.
Oh.
Now?
Well, it's everywhere, like AutoZone. I mean, every now and then you'll get somebody that's really knowledgeable at an AutoZone, but for the most part.
But yeah, I still have some scaling on the plastic, especially. Although it's almost, it's like 90% better than what it was. But I have it still just sitting in the shower on some foam pads waiting for me to get this barkeepers, because once you mentioned Joey, I was like, I swear I seen him. But also there was this girl, her name was Betta Life or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she used it as well, and the difference in the tank was unreal. And you used it on that 20-gallon or...
Yeah, just that I was cleaning up. It turned out that
Yeah.
tank's completely foobarred. I've always used it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently my hippo tang is beating the crap out of my female clown in the big tank.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, that's going to be fun if I find that. She's done. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I'll be done with that. No more tanks. I am done.
Well, see, everyone always like they're like, tangs. I hate tangs. I'm like, I'm not gonna get one. I know, with all these horror stories that I hear.
Well, poor DC Reefer just put a purple and a powder blue in his tank. Yeah,
Are they getting along?
Right from the get-go, it didn't look like it, but we'll see. I have nothing but high hopes that it's going to be. But
jeez.
Sorry, I'm excited with myself this morning.
What's going on, Jeeves?
I just punched 3 ships with torpedoes.
Oh, he's playing a game. There you go.
Ooh.
All right, guys. I'm going to run the wife up the hill. I'll be back.
Okay, Craig.
So what's up, Lisa?
Not much. I'm just actually I'm scrubbing this tank, getting it all set up. I moved my stand. I'm gonna actually have it in so I have this vanity room where I do clients. It's a makeup room. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna put it in there.
Nice.
Yeah. Although, I want to, I'm really, really torn between RODI units, big time.
No, what are you looking at, and what are your considerations, I guess?
Okay, so I did email so in the area that I'm in, we're in a new subdivision, mm-hmm. right on the border of Kitchener and Cambridge. So when they started building this subdivision, they used the 2 different water plants to provide water to this area, but they're trying to convert it to the one. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so the water's terrible. I know this, and when we first moved in, we were told that the one treatment plant uses the chloramine, and the other one uses chlorine. So that I'm like, well, so I just went about and said, I have both because I'm not going to take that risk, right? Because I don't know what plant they're actually going to go for unless I actually speak to the water company directly and be like, what are your plans? What's in your water?
Yeah.
When I tested the TDS, it was 127 coming out of the tap. We did get a water kind of system put in for our drinking water out of the refrigerator.
Right.
And that's all the way in the basement. So even if that was RO water, there's no way that I'd be able to put a DI attachment on it and pump it up here. It's just, the house is too big. So I was looking at the RODI Buddy, the 5-stage one, because I wanted something compact to put into the bathroom sink.
Okay.
And then
talking about the little $60 RO Buddy.
It's $103 for the 5-stage, but then Reef Keeper Phil told me about a site. It's called I'm always forgetting it. I have it written down. Liquigin. So those RODI units, they're 6-stage, and they're roughly the same price as the RODI Buddy.
Okay. So, why do you need 5 or 6, or?
I'm thinking when the water company gets back to me, I'll for sure know. But yeah. I'm just looking at the 6-stage just in case.
Yeah, if it has the chloramine, you're going to run double carbon blocks, right?
Yeah. So that once I get, once I figure all this out, obviously I'll come back to you guys and be like, okay, so this is the scenario. What do I need to do? Because
Yeah. I mean, you can always, if you wanted one of the more, say, compact ones, like the RO Buddy, or like Annika was talking about, and I have the same one. I think she has. It's that Twist In from Aquatic Life.
Okay.
Which is a step up from the RO Buddy. It's like 75 gallon per day.
Okay.
Because the 5-stage RO Buddy is still only 50, right? Or is
Yeah,
it
I
step up
think
the
it
output?
goes from, you can pick from 50 to 100 gallons per day.
Okay, well, if it's the 5-stage is 100 gallons per day, those extra stages is that's right, Annika, it's 100. So the extra stages, so like BRS, you can buy the 4-stage or you can buy the 5-stage that doubles the output, the add-on kit. It's because you're adding an extra RO membrane.
Okay. See, and like, so this is like, I don't have the full understanding on how the RO work, like the RODI works. Like, I know it goes through membranes and whatever, but I think that's
Okay,
my big problem because I'm
let
looking
me.
at these units and I'm like, what the hell? Like, I have no idea what I need. But then I was talking to Bubba and he's like, contact your water company. And I was like, that's a great idea. Like, I need to know what the hell is in this water.
Yeah, if you request it, they're supposed to give you a spec sheet from the water.
Yeah. So I think that, so I contacted him on Friday. It was actually late Friday night.
Okay.
So I'm just, I guess tomorrow morning I might get an answer back, right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Depends on how water companies are up there. I know around here they're it's their typical government employees. I'm trying to think how to put it nicely.
No, I know, right? They're exactly city government workers. They're not going to move fast for anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, except their boss. That's the only person that they're going to jump for sure.
If that.
Yeah.
Around here, it's an if that. But okay, so the way it works, you have your blocks. You usually have a sediment block, you have a carbon block, you have an RO membrane, and you have a DI.
Okay.
So your sediment block and carbon block are essentially mechanical filtration and chemical filtration. Okay.
And what about membranes? Like someone had mentioned, like you want the 1 micron.
Okay. So the membrane, you taking biology, right?
Yes.
All right. Think of a cell wall.
Okay.
You got a cell, the cell wall or the cell membrane allows some things through and not other things, right?
Sorry,
it can allow nutrients and water through and then reject other things that it doesn't need.
Yes, definitely.
That's what a membrane does.
Okay.
It
What's up, Jeeves?
Oh, there it is. He got it. What's up, O?
Hi,
So that's what the membrane does. The membrane, basically, your sediment block takes bulk dissolved particles. Then your carbon block takes the bulk of the chemical out.
Okay.
Then your membrane takes the rest of it out.
And like when it goes through those stages, there's a lot of wastewater, right?
Yeah, you're like 4 gallons to 1.
Yeah, that's like huge waste amount.
It is.
You think by now that they'd figure something out for that?
Well, if you look at the BRS add-on kit that increases your output, it drops it down to 2 to 1. Because what you're doing is you're taking your waste line and passing it through another RO and DI stage.
You think you could do that on the RO Buddy though?
Yeah, so I was looking at the RO Buddy, the 5-stage one. And then there's this another one that Reef Keeper Phil told me to look at, and it's on the site of Liquigen, and it's a 6-stage. It's just the bulkier. It's the kind of standard size.
It's like the BRS ones.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. In the US, though, I don't think you can get better value for the BRS one, even if you're buying the cheapest one first. If you're a little bit handy, and I'm not a handy person by any stretch of the word, if you're a little bit handy, you can always upgrade it. That's what I like about the BRS unit. You can spend like, especially when it's on sale. In fact, I think BRS today, this week, has 30% off all their, like, so you can buy the cheapest BRS unit and then upgrade it later.
Yeah.
As you here's how somebody, I know Jeeves was explaining it, but here's how someone explained it to me, how I understood. The membrane is what does the bulk of the work, but it's very expensive to replace. So the sediment filter and the carbon block, kind of does a little bit of the legwork first to kind of protect that membrane a little bit, because like a sediment filter is to replace your RO membrane is going to be 50-60 bucks, but to replace a sediment filter is going to be $5. So would you rather replace like a $5 membrane every few months versus replacing your $50 membrane every few months? So you have these carbon and sediment filters. Here in New York City, where I'm at, we have very good water. It runs through like 100-year-old pipes. So our sediment filters are really important, really, really important. Those I need to change every 6 weeks or so. But I personally, I've had the RO Buddy, and I eventually upgraded to the BRS unit because I then bought the cheapest one. Then I found it out, I needed a pressure gauge. So, you as your budget allows, you can always slowly upgrade over time.
Yeah. I didn't realize you could upgrade.
Yeah. You don't have to buy, you buy the 4-unit one, the standard one, and then if you want like a pressure gauge, you can add that later. If you need a 5-stage, add that later. I bought the cheapest one, and right now I upgraded to a pressure gauge. I upgraded what Jeeves was saying like a minute ago, where he said, your wastewater standard is usually about 4-to-1. I upgraded mine, so I'm only 2-to-1. So I make water twice as fast. So I added a second membrane. So now I have 2 membranes. So I make water twice as fast, and I have half the wastewater. So, you can do upgrades.
Okay.
I don't like the Liquigen site. It is a pain.
Yeah,
See, okay, so when I went on, the link that he originally had given me took me directly to the RODI unit, so it was really easy. And then when I went on by myself, it was like I had a hard time navigating through that site. It was a pain in the ass for sure.
Yeah.
It's just like the keywords. It's not even like what you're searching for. It's this keyword.
Yeah. If you get the value one for BRS, it's $134.
That's pretty good.
I don't think it's on sale now, but you can always, you can wait until it's on sale. If you don't get it immediately, but sometimes they have sales. And then, so it's one, or, if you're on some of the forums, what BRS does is they have what they call group buys, where you get like 10-15% every month, but you have to buy it within like the first week of every month. There's a couple of ways to get discounts. There are a couple of ways to get discounts on the stuff.
Yeah.
Well, and she's in Canada too, so that's what I'm looking at. Liquigen is the same thing as BRS. So like I'm looking at their 6-stage right now. It's actually not too bad as far as bulkiness goes, because of the way they have everything clipped on top.
With this space, because I want to put it underneath my sink, and I do have space for that 6 unit. So I was like, if I could possibly fit that, like that's a standard size RODI unit, correct?
Yeah.
Well, what is in your water though? But to determine if you need like the 6-stage, like, do you know if you have?
She may have chloramine. Well,
yeah. So I contacted my water company on Friday, and so I'm waiting for an email back because I'm in a brand new development, and it's right at the border of Kitchener and Cambridge. And when they started building this, they used the 2 different water plants to merge into this one. And the mess that they have down at the bottom of the hill with the pipe work and everything, I guess they're just trying to like take all that one side of the city into that one water plant.
Mm-hmm.
So it's two different water plants right now feeding this subdivision, but I just don't know which one is providing water for specifically me.
If you look at Liquigen, their 5-stage RODI is for 129.
Yeah.
Is all you would really need. Okay, because when you go to the 6th stage, you're not adding any more that would help with the chloramine. You're just adding an extra DI.
Okay.
So when you look at their 5-stage, because they have their value, which doesn't have DI, you don't want that. You want the one with the DI. Copy. Let me see. I'm gonna post it in the Hangouts chat because I don't have a wrench.
Here in the US, I don't know if you have this in Canada, but I was able. Again, this might be just specific to us here in the US, but Bulk Resupply sells a little thing that I actually, it's like literally a test strip. And within a few minutes, you can actually find out, if your city uses chloramine or something. There might be able for you to get a similar test in Canada.
Yeah, so that's what I was actually asking Bubba. I was like, I'm sure there's like a testing kit that I can get to actually just test my water. I do have a TDS meter, and what's coming out of my tap is 127 parts per million.
Yeah, TDS doesn't tell you if it's chlorine or chloramine.
Yeah,
literally, DRS sells like a test strip, and every time you buy RODI units from them, they actually provide it for free. It's called it's $11. I will post a link. You know what? Posting links in the Hangouts is out. If you go to Bulk Resupply and search for test strips, it'll be the first results you see. It's called an Insta test, and it's for chlorine and chloramine. So it tells you, basically you just fill a cup of water, put the test strip in, follow the instructions, and within a few minutes it'll tell you if you have chloramine or chlorine.
Okay.
But like Jeeves said, the 5-stage, the one with the 2 carbon blocks.
Is that the Tetra Eazy strips?
Yeah, that's the Easy strips. Yeah, Lamont test.
You can get them
anywhere.
You should be able to find them in Canada.
Yeah. Yep. But if you're not sure, you want to protect yourself, you just get the 5-stage, the ones with the 2 carbon blocks.
You guys think the 6th stage is like overkill?
Yeah.
Well, it's unnecessary because it's just an extra DI.
Okay.
So when so let me run through it since I have it on screen. All right. So stage 1 is sediment. It's going to remove. I'm just going to read it from there to make it easy.
Yeah.
Dirt, rust, dust, chemical resistance, sand, and scale particles. So it's sediment, any kind of solids in the water. All right. Then you have 2 carbons after that. So it's sediment, carbon, carbon. The 2 carbons are where they're going to catch the chlorine, chloramine, any added fluorine, that kind of stuff in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Any added chemicals. Then it goes to an RO membrane. That's where that rejection comes from because it's still 100% water, 100% water, 100% water. You get to the RO. That's where it's only allowing pure water through that membrane. That's what I was talking like a cell wall. Okay. So it allows pure water through the membrane and everything else just skids off the top of the membrane and goes out the waste. So
what do you guys do with your wastewater?
I just run it down the washing machine drain. I have everything plumbed behind my washing machine.
I live in an apartment, so I really don't care about wastewater. But I have friends who pay for water, and what they do is they save it in drums and use it to water the lawn in the summer or something.
Yeah, so that's what I was also thinking, like, I had this question. I was like, with the wastewater from the RO water.
You can run it outside, use it to water your garden. You can water your plants. You don't necessarily have to waste it, but you got to remember most of the time it's on a 4-to-1 ratio. So for every gallon of water you're making 4 gallons of wastewater.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so you
could upgrade to 2 membrane like I did. It's a 2-to-1. You actually make water faster, but you waste half the water.
Yeah.
But again, most people in the U.S. water is so cheap where I don't think anyone's. But my friend, who's like a very, I'm not going to say cheap, but he's an economical person. He plants a lot of stuff in the summer. He grows vegetables, so he just saves it in drums in his basement, and then he uses it to water the lawn or like wash the deck. Like he uses it for so many uses. He basically saves it and uses it in the summer. So he feels like he's being more green.
Right. Yeah, well, no, he is. Absolutely. No, let's face it. You can drink wastewater if you like the flavor of it. I make mine after the RO, right? I make our drinking water for the house, right? That because my wife doesn't like tap water, so on and so forth. So I actually have it branched off and all these valves. I actually show it in a video.
That's cool, Craig.
And then the wastewater, unfortunately, we don't have a use for it. If we had a lot of plants or I had something, I'd say, yeah, let's use it for that because it's also full of TDS because it's just plowing through, right?
Yeah, but it's still better than out of the tap.
Bingo. Yeah, it's better water than out of the tap. And the reason you have the 4-stage or 5th stages, which is what reefer I'm reefer madness. Apparently, I'm having a moment in my head today. So when you get down into it, that's to get chloramines. Chloramines are the real agile bugger. We generally don't use them here in Canada, but some places. So you need to find out from are you on city water or on a well?
City. We're on city water.
So you can call the city of Cambridge, and they can
I emailed them.
Okay. Yeah, find out what they're using, because it really does dictate what you use.
Phil just mentioned that if I just log onto their site, you can usually find what they use in the water, which I didn't even think to look for, but...
Yeah, and what you're looking for is, do they use free chlorine or chloramines?
Yeah, well, I know there's 2 separate plants merging into here. Like, it's the way you should see what they have done here. So they're ripping up all down at the bottom of the hill and making those really big sewer lines or whatever to bring it up to here. So I guess when they started building the subdivision, they went off the one water plant, and now they're merging the other one that's closer, which they should have just went to that one anyway, and are doing it that way.
Hey, Lisa, what do you say your city is again?
Pardon? I couldn't hear you.
The name of your city. I'm just going to check online and see if...
Cambridge?
Kitchener and Cambridge, yeah.
Kitchener and Cambridge.
Okay, Kitchener, like it's literally Kitchen with a R?
Yeah, Kitchen, ER. You got it, Kitchener. Yeah. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna mute and just check.
Oh, that's okay. I hear the kitties in the background, but it's all good.
Yeah, I'm just gonna check and see if it's online somewhere, because I know in the U.S. here, like cities are required to post whatever's in the water online. Yeah, I don't know if you could do it in Canada, but I'll just mute and see if I can just Google it.
Man. Yep, sure. And the other one's Cambridge,
Yeah, there's 2 different water companies here.
So. All right. So Mike's testing. I tested my 120 last night. I am not ashamed, but I'm not proud. And I may have to pull my hippo tang out of that tank because he's beating on my girl clown.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So it's to catch a tang again. And it's like, that's it. I'm done. I'm going to go Mike's route, but I'm going to actually stick with it. No more fucking tangs.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm too fed up with the attitude. He shouldn't even be doing that. He's not even bigger. It's the same as the powder brown. He's just small. There's no reason for that behavior yet, but that's what he's doing. That's what's in his mindset. And you are not killing my girl clown. That's not happening, buddy. And now I know who bit the fin off my firefish. So, because I've seen him take a duck at him. So I'm not having my firefish I've had for 3 years and my clowns I've had for 3 years die because, I got to be the big tough douche nugget of the tank. So... What's your next treat set, buddy? Hey, Mike.
So Cambridge uses chlorine. If you search for Kitchener, I found the water quality report for Cambridge is actually online. So they have it by year. So annual summary, you can get the summary report of the drinking water, and so they tell you how much. Actually, so your water is pretty good, but the other city, I couldn't find anything for this other city.
Okay, well we just recently also, I was mentioning this. So they sent, it was in my kids' school. They sent home a letter saying that the drinking or for the kids not to drink the water around this area because it was contaminated and that there's an investigation taking place.
Yeah, we're kind of anal in Canada, though, Lisa. Our we throw these reports out, like here in St. John. Depending on the time of summer, we'll get E. coli warnings.
Well, I think it's because of the construction because they are merging both of all the water lines.
Yeah, so they're flushing the lines.
Yeah. Like the other day, there was like 6 trucks outside on my street, down in the sewers, doing stuff. And the smell coming out of those things, I was dying.
Yeah, well, that's the sewer. That's not your water. They don't run together.
No, they have because it's a brand new subdivision, so they have the roads like opened, right? Yeah. So they have those big sewer lines plus like all the water lines from that plant down the road.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if it's chlorine, that means you can get away with a 4-stage.
Okay.
If it's free chlorine, so.
Yeah. I think, like, in all honesty, I'm just going to go with the 5-stage. Just
if you can afford it, do it. I would.
Yeah.
Just clean the water that much more and it'll last much longer. It actually can be more economical. So, yeah.
And I guess this is all dependent on my water as well, how often I would have to change those membranes.
The membrane in the RO unit, I'm on my 2nd year and my pressure's still good and my TDS hasn't crept up at that stage. So that's why a TDS meter, the ones that you plug into your lines and everything, are such a must because you can actually monitor your water and know that, that membrane's starting to go. My TDS coming out now is like 20.
Well, I'm going to have to get one of those probe ones because right now I just have like the dip one. It's shit. It's like so cheap. Yeah.
You'll know then, just make sure that whatever you're doing, your DI resin is visible.
Okay.
Right, so that you can actually see it changing color and telling you. And if you start to notice like it's going fast, and fast would be like fast,
Yeah.
Yep, that's it. But, so Mike, what are you testing? Everything, son?
Everything.
It's all right.
Everything.
I feel you. My nitrates were 50.
My nitrates are 25. My phosphates are 0.11. So that's too bad.
No, so my phosphates were the same. My nitrates were 50, and I know why. I figured it out last night. So, yay.
What I can't figure out is why and what is going on with my corals because the phosphates are not 0.11. I can't even remember. I need to check myself.
Yeah. Isn't the magic goal we're shooting for is point not 3?
Yeah, but I'm just trying to work out what's going on because it shouldn't really be stripping my coral like it is where it is.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, guys, I appreciate your input. I'm just going to go back into chat because inside's really noisy.
No, that's not a problem. Hey, don't forget to call Canadian Tire and give them help.
Yeah, I'm going to do that right now, actually.
Hey, Lisa, before you go.
Yeah.
So it looks like the other Kitchener doesn't use. I didn't get a chance. Like you're gonna leave, but I didn't get a chance to finish scanning through the report because their report is longer and more detailed.
Okay.
Because they don't provide a summary, but just search for Kitchener water quality. But it looks like both places use chlorine.
Oh, that's such a relief. Okay.
But don't take my word for it. Just, the other city, their report was easy to read. The Kitchener one is long and it's a lot of words to scan through, but it looks like they use chlorine too. No chlorine, so I think
amazing.
you're good. But double check
you
though.
so much, Joe.
Yep.
Okay.
Double check.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Boop, 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 boop. See how many times I put link in there then?
Well, listen, kiss my ass, you bellend.
Read the chat.
Oh, no. That's what I have moderators for. Okay. No, usually I do. I'm not all there, Paul. I'm only on my second cup of coffee and so.
Right. I've got my water report here. So my water report says hardness level soft, aluminium or aluminum, 5.82. calcium 12.1, residual chlorine 0.17, residual chlorine free 0.68. I don't know what none of that means. Coliform bacteria 0, color 0.71, conductivity 120. Here we go. This is the good stuff here now. Copper 0.01, so virtually no copper. Iron 14.5.
That's high.
It's not, because what was that, micro whatever.
Oh, it's
low,
in parts per million. No,
limit,
yeah, right. We're talking in parts per million too. Yeah.
Yeah, so like say that the UK limit's 200 and mine's 14.5, so that's really low. Lead, the UK limit's 10, mine's 0.3. Was it magnesium 2.3, manganese 1.16, nitrate? Now this is the one that got me. Nitrate 1.5. You know what I mean? So every time I do a water change, I'm putting nitrates into my system at 1.5.
Well, you disinfect that, but if you don't treat it, that's what you add.
Yeah, but the thing is, like RO units don't take nitrate out of your water.
They don't.
I mean?
Doesn't the DI do that?
No, as far as I'm aware, it don't take phosphates and it don't take nitrates out of your water. And sodium's 9.47, and it actually says in the report, it says.
Now, is this your whole water report or an ICP test we're talking about?
I'm pretty sure. I'm going to disagree with you there, Paul, only because I think our RODI unit remove nitrates and phosphates.
If it's in, yeah, I don't know.
No, it doesn't remove phosphates. I know that for 100%.
I'd have to look it up. I'm not going to say one way or the other. I really am not. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it removes it 100%, but it removes it. I think I read somewhere between 80 to 90%.
Yeah, the RO membrane is supposed to catch it.
The RO membrane and then the DI.
And the DI is supposed to. Yeah. But then again, if you're running a 4-stage, then yes, some could get through.
Yeah, I think ours is like, but the last time I read the New York City water quality thing, like you had like 1 or 2 zeros before every, because our stuff, basically when I was reading like just the Canadian water, I forgot Cambridge or whatever, basically our stuff is just comes in, it settles in like ponds upstate. It's UV disinfected and filtered, and a little bit of fluoride is added, but not much else is done to it. And most of the stuff that actually remove it is because it's like running in 100-year-old pipes that a lot of stuff is like, because they're rebuilding.
I don't know if you can click this link. I'm going to put a link in here. Just see if that link works.
Okay.
That's my water report.
All right.
No, mine. I might have to put it.
No, I think you have to short everything you put in the chat. You have to bitly it. So I think you have to shorten it.
Right, give me a second.
Yeah. Oh, Steve says, "How you doing?" Hey, Steve, I'm all right. Saw Dave yesterday. I saw Dave, Billy Pipes, American Reefing Jeff, and Fishy Snowman yesterday.
Fishy Snowman.
Yeah, had a nice burger yesterday, man. I think it was good.
Right, check that bit link, see if that works.
I just hit it. Yeah, nope. Still gave me a
Put it in the hangout chat then, Paul. Oh, no, it works. It works.
It works. Good.
That's my full report there.
So I tested my water on my 120 last night, and I'm pretty happy overall. Everything's actually fairly stable, but it does need a water change. Not for nitrates, ain't going to make a difference, but... No. But I now have a plan. We'll see. There's so much to do today. Yeah, it's just good to know what's in your water, because then it lets you do what we do, knowing what you're dealing with. So I guess it's the best way to do it.
I have to change my sediment filter like every 5 or 6 weeks, because that thing just gets...
Yeah,
our stuff is flowing through like 100-year-old pipes.
Yeah, imagine I'm in a city that's 236 years old. I get why my water's dirty.
It's and then the buildings are old. You don't know how to piping. Some of them still use like whatever piping is rusted.
Yep.
That's okay.
Have you checked that report, Seymour?
What? Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Does it seem all right?
I
We
mean,
don't add fluoride anyway. It's just the natural fluoride that's there, saying.
I think in the U.S. they add fluoride.
They do add it. Yep.
Yeah, I think the one I was looking at for Lisa is like Cambridge. It says no fluoride is not added because it's not required. But in the U.S., I think they add fluoride.
It says that it comes from a natural reservoir, and the reservoir is just up the road from me. It don't even flow far. From the reservoir, the water.
Yeah, but according to Alex Jones, it's put in there to turn the frogs gay. So it's like no, buddy. But anyway, yeah. Just keep selling your supplements and telling us how that's going to save the world.
But to be honest, that little $8 test strip, that little $8 test strip. And by the way, like I have a bunch of them, so she won't, we can easily. But those test strips are $8. I'm pretty sure you can get them on Amazon. Before you go ahead and spend on a 5-straight, like with that little test strip, that'll give you immediate, whether you have chloramines or chlorines.
Yep.
It's like a $10 test that tells you.
Yeah, I wish I had known that she wanted to do that. I probably could have got her a couple of strips and sent them up. And they're so easy to read, right? Like, yeah. So.
Yeah. Hey, Jeeves, what's up, Jeeves? No,
we stink. Nick, you got to stop talking about yourself, man. You're defeatist. Yeah, that's not helping your self-esteem, man. Talking like that, I'm telling you. Oh, there's just not enough. There's not enough coffee to make my day go right here. Yeah. I got to catch a tang, guys. I got to catch a tang again. Yeah.
Stick it in a glass.
Yeah, tang in a glass. Tang in a glass. Yeah. Pain in the ass. Tang in a glass. Oh. All right. Get some more Java on the go. So, they reinstated my PayPal account. Thank you.
What is Michael testing? Michael, you say you're testing everything?
Just testing everything. I'm just going to sing everybody's comments this morning. There we go. All right.
No, Michael, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong.
Why?
I just felt like saying it. Trying to distract you so you make a mistake, so you have to start over.
It's a magnesium test. You can't get distracted with it because the color change is just properly obvious.
All right.
You can't even miss it.
All right. Boop.
Like there. Boom. Change. Can't miss that change.
Manchester is blue. Whoop, whoop.
How was it blue when we won yesterday? Whoop, whoop.
See, what we did to them? We made them nervous.
Hey, you beat them 3-0. You scored 3. We scored 3.
Oh, you know what? But you know what? That's good now. The invincibility around around them is now gone because people know they're beatable. I don't just want us to hang on. I want to give them a whooping.
Yeah. I just thought that your bus goes to them and they trash your bus like you trash theirs.
Listen, I'm telling you something right now. There's no way City's fans are. Listen, as much as they have a nicer stadium and it's new, their fans are nowhere as passionate as like our fans. No way. No way.
I mean it's brutal and vicious.
Whatever.
Oh, wrecking the joint.
You idiots.
Yeah. Yes, Tim, I will send you a link momentarily. Oh, I like how it's Sunday and we're all pissed off at our tanks. Everybody pissed off at their tank today, or just me and Mike?
What?
I'm never pissed off with mine because mine's just awesome.
Yeah. I seem to recall a sump incident.
No. It's tank's still awesome. That's a sump. That's different.
That's true, I guess. I'll give you that. That's sump sucks. Yeah.
Oh, that's chest sounds terrible.
Look, some good touches.
Yeah.
It's about 2 weeks ago. Seems to be getting worse rather than better, which is a bit worrying. Never heard him that bad before.
I got my new sump light. And it's huge.
Did it come already? You got the new one?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I ordered it yesterday. It come this morning. In fact, I ordered it at 5 o'clock last night. It come this morning.
Nice. You guys have delivery on Sunday?
Yeah. 7 days.
Yeah. There's that don't happen here. Yeah. Oh, there we go. All right, so fucking allergies.
So this is a frustrating thing, right? Phosphates 0.11, a little bit elevated, but not the end of the world. Nitrates 25, again, a little bit elevated, not the end of the world. KH 7.7, perfect.
And, to me, I'd be happy with all that.
What?
I'd be happy with all that.
Yeah, I am. That's what I mean. I am. Calcium 430, fine. Magnesium 1320, bang on. Specific gravity 1.025.
Yeah.
And then when we did the tests on Tuesday, KH was 7.7, nitrate was 25, and I think the phosphates were a little bit higher, to be honest. So obviously, since taking the macroalgae out, the phosphates have started to come down. So based on that, it has to be the macroalgae. It has to be the macroalgae that's caused the issue because the levels are flipping bang on and they've not moved. So it's got to be the algae. Or the algae.
You don't have to correct yourself for me. Us North Americans don't care. We know how you say it.
So all my big colonies fragged them. Apart from that one, I fragged them all.
Did you now?
Fragged them. Went out, got myself tons of Gorilla Glue. I just went to town. So I've got loads of frags. Look.
I'm showing off his tank.
Look, loads of frags. Loads of frags. I've kept that part of the colony because that looks all right, so we'll see. I've put a little power head in, so we've got like a little frag tank in the sump. So done loads of frags. All them not on that side are strawberry shortcake. All the ones on this side, I'm not sure. Purple. I don't know what they are.
Okay.
Then I've got the leptos. What are they called, Paul? Satosa.
I'm going back on it. 1 minute.
It's Satosa.
1 minute. Right.
Montepora Satosa?
I'm on. Go for it. Where are you? Oh, there you are.
Don't matter, it's Satosa.
Yeah, that's true. Why did they strip?
I've got the no. I just when I put my hand in the tank, I punched it by accident and I broke some off. So I just made some frags. The gold millet is still doing all right. The polyps are actually out. The leptos are looking all right, and the acan's looking all right. I'm gonna have to move that torch though because I didn't realise it extended that much, so it's quite close to the acan, so that'll have to move. And then there's some zoas over there. So we'll just have to see how it goes now.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a water change now. I've just put some new rower foss in about 2 seconds ago. What, forgot? Yeah, it's here now, yeah. So skimmer's running now, look. So I've got a bit of a wet skim going on. What?
Did you get a new pump for the skimmer?
Nah, just the controller. No, the controller. I got a new controller. You ask me questions and I don't fucking listen.
I'm
Look
listening. I'm just mixing. I'm doing double cream.
Look at the size of
Making
that.
a trifle.
Well, that sounds like a personal problem, Paul.
That, look at that. Right. That is bigger than my hand. Like, they don't do it justice because my hand is like closer than the thing is, but it's like
This looks
literally.
like a Duncan.
Looks like a Duncan.
It's fingertips. It's my fingertips up to the second line of writing on my tattoo. That's how long it is. So that's from there to there.
Yeah, it's got small hands though.
Shouldn't you know? Oh, there, Paul. Look how much that's grown.
I want to frag it out when you're ready.
Yeah, look how it's grown a lot, that, hasn't it?
Yeah,
That's grown like that in the past couple of weeks.
See, I give you some. I've got none now. So swapsies.
Yeah, well that'll be massive. That'll be massive in a couple of months. That.
See you more.
Everything looks all right. Oh, look at that, Craig.
Ooh. Hello.
You like those, don't you?
I do, yeah.
What did I just come around here for? Oh,
what exactly was that one?
A bubble coral.
Yeah, it's a bubble, yeah. It isn't, I hate them. They always die. Not on me. I've never actually had one in my tank. It's just everyone I've ever seen that came into the LFS is hurt in some way, so.
The plates have grown as well, Paul. Like, there was way apart, but the green and the purple have started to grow into each other now. Look.
Which one's winning?
I don't know. Green, I think. The purple plate started to buckle as well. Yeah. We've got 1, 2, 3 plates now off it because it was a flat plate. So we've got those 3 plates now. So that started to buckle, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more things. So it'll look really nice that in a few months.
Yeah, looking good though.
Just annoys you, doesn't it? Like you strip. Your Monty lasts forever.
Joe, to be honest, I'll happily let Acro strip, but if that strips, then if anything happened to Monty Mountain, if anything happened to this, then I would 100% be in the hobby. That'd be me out because I really like this, and it's been through hell, and it's still going and it's still growing. So if anything happened which caused that to go, then I'm out. Look at the state of him.
Nice bulletproof, Monty.
Yeah, I was looking at him already. He's looking good though. He's healthy, swimming. He's breathing okay. So
yeah, but look at his body.
Yeah, he's pretty covered.
Tang in the bin. Tang in the bin. Tang in the bin.
He's still just the same though. Do you know, he's swimming around fine. He's not losing any weight, and he's still just as much of a knobhead as he always is.
Yep.
So he's doing all right.
Quarantine tank, Michael.
You what?
You could do with a quarantine tank, you know, copper dipping.
Nah,
yeah, but you know, it's. I did that. I always feel bad about it because you know you are putting the fish through hell to do it, but it is the, you know, guaranteed way to keep it out. But
yeah, but it's already in. So it's like
right now.
Yeah, it's like flipping going having a shower because you're covered in shit.
Yeah.
Then going lying back in shit. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense.
No. So, taking him out now is pointless. Yeah.
It's pointless because he's not ill. If he was ill, if he was in a bad way, then yeah, I would address it. But as you can see, he's perfectly active. He's perfectly fine. He's just covered in white spot.
Yeah,
he'll get over it.
Well, you know how Nick, you're gonna love this. My wife caught the blue hippo tang at my tank, beating on my female clownfish in the 120. So he's probably coming out. So that's it for me and tangs. I'm done. Yeah.
I love my female trigger. She's top.
Yeah.
Look at her. Like a pufferfish. She just wants stroking. Look. Aww. But yeah, tank seems sound. We're going to do a water change in a minute. We're going to do another 200 litres. Another 200 litre water change, and that's all the frit salt that I've got gone.
I've got full box.
I've got plenty of salt. I've just the frit salt will be gone after this water change.
Ring, 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 ring. I need some salt.
Yeah. No, I'm good right now. Actually, I'm pretty lucky that way.
You know what else I've got loads of? Look at this. Anyone need any DI resin?
Doesn't that go to shit after oxygen touches it, though?
What?
I thought it went to hell once you let oxygen touch it, though.
That's why oxygen's not touching it, because it's all sealed.
Well, how the hell do you use that much DI resin all at once?
Sell it. Right, it'll be for a website.
Yeah, that's fair enough. All right.
Bag it.
So,
Sell it.
No, never run out of DI resin.
No.
So I've just taken all of my notes in my saltwater journey notebook.
Nope. So give me a sec here, guys. I'm going to actually put my tank up on here, my 120, so I can keep an eye on that frickin' tank.
Right.
Hey, Jeff. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Nick.
Hey, Paul. Have you seen my fragging kit? My fragging kit consists of Gorilla Glue from B&Q and a pair of snips from B&Q.
Mine consists of my fingers.
And a little bucket and a little Tupperware container from B&Q. Cost me 15 quid for a fucking fragging kit.
I don't think I've ever used bone cutters. I think I've just ever used my hands, to smash stuff together, break stuff off.
Yeah, I couldn't do that though with the big colonies because I needed to be precise with where it was stripping and that. So I just got some snips, and
I've got
some big
bone
snips.
cutters. I think I borrowed them from Cockfields and never took them back. I borrowed my bone cutters from Cockfields and never took them back.
Yeah, well the thing is, these are just like bone cutters. They're just the same thing. Look, they're just wire cutters.
Hang on. Show me again. Yeah.
Just wire cutters from B&Q. Big long handles on them. Cuts through dead easy. So there you go. Full fragging kit. Gorilla Glue, snips from the hardware store, Gorilla Glue from the hardware store, and a Tupperware bucket or something to put the corals in after you fragged them. Boom.
So how much have you lost, would you say, value-wise, of coral?
I've only lost a small bit because I've still got the frags. I've only lost if I was to put a value on it, maybe 60 quid. Because if those frags strip, then I've lost quite a lot. But if the frags don't strip, then I'm all right. Because I've still got one big colony there. You can see it there. One big colony there. I've got another big colony over the back there. I've got this massive pavona here. I've still got my tricolour Cracophilia. And I've still got my Lobo. So it's only out of the shipment. It's only really the acros that I've had issue with.
Right.
So it's the gamble you take, though, isn't it, mate? It's a gamble you take.
Don't know. I don't buy coral.
Right if it was. What?
I don't buy coral.
You don't
I don't buy coral. I've not bought one in years.
I know. Well, that was my plan, not to buy any more now, but I'm going to still need to buy some more.
I think I've been to the LFS twice in a year and a half. I just buy stuff online. I should go to the LFS. Do you know what? It's just the distance. I can't be asked driving. Especially on Cockfields was on my doorstep.
True enough. Yeah.
And
How
then it
far
shuts
is it for
down.
you to go to an LFS, man?
About 30 minutes.
30 minutes, give or take. Bees Reef, does anybody know ideally where they can find a 60-liter tank to a full-size cube. So I'm guessing. See, you guys do liters, and I always mess that up. So 4. That's a small tank. What size were you ideally? You looking for like a marine lane cube that's like a 45 or a 60 or a 93 gallon?
Who's that?
Bees Reef.
Be right, Bees Reef. I'm looking to upgrade a 60-litre tank to a cube, ideally with a sump. Let's first look. You know what? If you're gonna get a 60-litre and you want a sump with it, go for the Red Sea Nano, because that is
No, it's the other way.
an all-in-one Nano.
Yeah, they want to go up to a 2 foot. That's a 60 gallon. Marineland sells one. The only thing is, remember that it's only a 2 foot tank, no matter which way you look at it. So, but if you're just looking to upgrade your water volume, so 60 times 4. What's that? A 240 liter, roughly. She wants to go up to, or he wants to go up to, I should say.
What if you want a 2 foot square?
He wants to go with a 2 foot square, which we would call a 60 gallon. I think for you guys is 240 ish.
So I think that'll be about 2,500 litres. Stupid dog.
Yeah. So
if it's 2 foot square, it'd be under about 200 litres, that wouldn't it?
Yeah, is it 200 or 2? I don't know. I'd have to do the math. 3.82 liters to the gallon, right? So
you don't really see 2 foot square tanks around here, though.
The only one I know that really sells one is Marineland. I had one, very lovely tank, but what a royal pain in the ass to deal with. There you go. Animal abuse on Reefer Madness.
Just do me head in, just barking. Next door's got a new dog, it never shuts up.
I never noticed how big his bloody granddad is. Look at the size of that bugger.
Oh, it's bigger than it looks on there.
That's wild, man. Mine's like this little teeny thing. Yeah, you know what? A 60-gallon cube, if you look on Malev's Reef, his anemone cube is a 60-gallon cube. So I have no interest in
Bees Reef, I've never seen one. Who's Bees Reef? Let me go to your YouTube. I think I've just subbed you, but I'm gonna look at your video.
His wife, Blinky Fish, is the one that won on the stream yesterday. So
right, got you.
24 bay. Oh, you don't want that, man. That's small. Oh. What are you using? Coral MD? Do you dip it? Are you dipping?
Always dip. Always dip the Coral.
Always dip.
Coral MD.
There's Tim. Mark Levinson? Annika, is that who you're talking about? Malev? Mark Levinson? I think that's his name, as I recall. Yeah. Oh, fuck. By the way, this is an adult stream. All right, so I don't see it over there picking on my clowns. Oh, yeah, so he is. Shit.
Who's that?
Oh, my blue Tang's decided that it doesn't like my female clown and it's been biting at her. So I think it's time to remove said Tang, and I'm done with Tangs. You picked on the wrong fish, you nugget. Kill the frickin' orchid tidy back. No. Go after the clown because it's an easy target.
You know you get locked up for talking to yourself.
I know. As long as I don't answer back, it's all good.
Yeah. Right, I'm jumping off. I'm going to go eat some dinner.
All right, sir. We'll see you later.
I'll jump on out in a bit.
Sounds
all
good.
Right. See you in a bit.
See you later, buddy.
See you later.
Oh, so we got Raven in here. We got Mike's here.
Yeah.
Jeeves, Tim. How's the tank looking, Tim?
Looking good.
Yeah. Yeah, good.
First inhabitant in this morning.
Good.
Little clownfish. checked all the ammonia, nitrites, everything is 0. Of course, I put in the ATM colony yesterday, so we'll see how he does, and then we'll slowly add everybody else.
Oh, voice in my head ignore me. Yeah, they do. I get told to shut up by myself all the time. So. Oh man, why is the hippo tank got to be such a dink? See that clown on the right, guys? That's kind of behind the clip. That's my female clown. I've had her for 3 years, and her mate, and the wife was watching. And if you look at the firefish, notice he's missing his top fin. If you see him swim by, and that would all be that blue hippo tanks doing that shit. So, and I do an angelfish, but I don't want a nipper. But oh fuck. Remember I said, fuck, one end to the other of my house, man. It's just, son of a bitch, what are you doing? So. No, that's all right, man. It's all good. Yeah, Tang's going. Going to be the same thing, too. I'm going to put that clip up near the top of the tank and just, whoop, there you go. You're gone. Put you in the sump. Done with you. Yeah, he's just chasing everybody. That's awesome. Way to be a retard. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, done. I don't even know what I'm going to replace it with, but I know the wife's going to come up with things to spend money on, so it's all good. Oh, let's get a mystery raz. Okay, let's drop $200 on a fish. Let's do it. Yeah. But I got to take that orchid dotty back you see hiding in the rocks out if I'm going to put anything else in there, because anything similar in body shape to him, and he's after it. So.
Yep.
That'll be my day later. I'll do that on camera and get a good conversation going. I'll just go in and catch that asshole.
Yeah, that's why I want to plan the tank, plan the fish.
Yeah, best laid plans go to waste, though. Let me tell you.
Yep.
You know, but hopefully, and that's what I want for everybody, right? You know, like DC, Tina, he has not been on, so we don't know yet. I'm really hoping that the addition of that powder blue and the purple tang didn't throw his tank into total disarray on him.
Into chaos. Yep. Yeah.
Just a second.
I mean, I like tangs. Yeah, I like tangs and everything, but they are fun to play with.
Yeah, but they're douchebags. They're just douche. Steve, can you drop a link? I think Steve has it.
Well, I mean, my mimic tang was fine though. My mimic tang was good.
What's another one we go for here? We say Scopus. They always say to go with because they're much more better temperament, right?
Passive. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely what an interesting hobby. Fish Psychology 101. Welcome to it, folks. Why is my blue hippo tank doing that? Couldn't tell you.
Because he can.
Yeah, because he can, and he's big enough. He's actually fattened up significantly since I got him too. So
yeah.
That's what it is. Oh man, everyone's just going to be in a pissy mood. Everyone's got problems with their tanks on Sunday morning today. Yeah, Bees, you're right. He is a douche. Yeah. And he's only picking on like 2 fish or 3 fish, but you lost the firefish in quarantine, Tina? One of the ones in quarantine? Did he jump or did he just croak on you?
I'm here. I'm popping in and out, but I'm listening to everything. And
that's all right.
I'll be on camera in a couple of minutes.
Sure. I'm just watching my douche nugget tang.
I had to run to the store to get milk and bananas this morning, and I saw Nutter Butters on sale. So I know. Did you just hear my daughter? I want cookie and banana. So I bought Nutter Butters and sat them on her little table. So she ran downstairs with them for me to open. She's like, "Oh, look what I found." I'm like, "Oh, interesting. Where'd you find those?"
Good morning, everyone.
Morning. So you lost one, and he was
Afternoon.
Yeah, one of the firefish. I mean, what I've been noticing over the past few days is that the firefish are both like their tails are shredded, the top dorsal fin and that's shredded, and
Yeah.
I know I've been watching them, and that it's not the tang doing it. I know that once it got to a point that one firefish was beating the crap out of another one pretty bad. But Melissa also thinks that it's the bicolor blenny that we have in there.
Could be. Could be.
At night or something like that, because they're both those firefish were pretty torn up. So I don't know. I went to go turn the tank in that off last night and noticed that one of the firefish was gone, and the other one doesn't really look like it's going to be hanging on much longer either. So I mean, I don't know.
Well, that narrows in your culprits. Then it's either the tang or it's the blenny, right? Because you got 4 fish in there, right? Yeah. So, everyone's geez, what a crap story. I thought it was going to be easy like Sunday morning. Everybody's got the same problems this morning. You either got a fish being a douche nugget or your coral's dying. It's like, oh, yeehaw.
Well, I don't have much in that quarantine tank either, as far as like hiding places and that. And so I'm not sure if, I've got a big tube in there for the tang, and then I had a smaller tube in there for the blenny. Yep. And so I'm thinking maybe I should have put another couple of little pieces of PVC in the bottom so that the firefish had somewhere to go. But well, they would always hide like under the edge of the bigger one.
Right. Yeah. The blenny wouldn't care. He's the same size roughly. Right. He could get into most of the same places. So if it is him, that's only just,
Mousy noticed that one of the firefish tried to go into that tube where the blenny was, and the blenny was fiercely defending it.
Yeah, that's what
he wouldn't let him in there, and so we noticed we think that the blenny is coming out at night. Must be coming out at night to feed or something, because he stays in that tube pretty much all day long.
Yeah.
And so who knows what's going on at night.
Well, like I said, if you watch my tank, you wouldn't assume the tang was the problem. It's usually my orchid dotty back. That's the douche in my tank, but that tang's just being... I'm going to try that, Jeff. I did it before, but it set my whole tank off. Everybody got aggressive. And I got a few fish in there that just can't handle that. But I might actually... might try that again today. I got a mirror on the other side from where you're seeing... Hello, Mr. Fox.
Yeah. See, I haven't seen. I really have not seen the tang going after anybody, and that's why I don't think it's the mimic, because I have not seen him at all aggressive towards any of the other fish in quarantine.
What are you going to say? Just like Tina. What, Jeeves?
What? No, it was me. Pro tip for you.
Okay. Pro tip.
When you reply to people's comments, read the comment, because obviously, if somebody's just listening to the stream and you go, yeah, I'm going to try that. People are like, try what?
Try what? Thank you. So, that works. Yeah, Jeff from American Roofing.
Help that back and forth for people that are just listening and not watching.
That works. No, I got to stop watching my stream and put it back anyway. Oh, fucking dang. So done with tangs. Anyway, it'll be hate on tang day.
Nah.
I tried to
see. I'm loving on mine.
Yeah. I tried to picture Jeff before American Reefing, and it didn't seem to do anything. But then again, it was a different tang, so have to see what I have. I got a mirror. I already got one from before when I was having problems with that powder brown. So we'll see if I can curb it. If I can't curb it, I'll just catch them. I mean, it's not a big deal to me. It's more my wife's just like really done with tangs now, and I'm like, okay, and so am I. What's that?
You'll get another tang.
No, yeah, I will. I'm not going to lie. Chances are, if I saw the right one, I would. But
Mike hates them, but then he buys one.
Yeah, my wife's finally kind of cluing in that I don't want Antheus.
Yeah,
because you got to feed them so much. But I'm kind of miserly that way. I don't really feed my tank a lot, so. And then you look at my fish, and they're so fat and happy, but it's almost like I got them trained. If I walk in the room, they all come to one corner. So it makes it really easy to get them fed. So So Mike's tank's doing all right, except for, well, actually, there's nothing really wrong with your tank. 50. You got what, 25 ppm nitrate? You said, Mike?
Yeah.
That's not even that high. That's negligible at best.
To be honest, my readings, I'm all right with it. Maybe the phosphate's a little bit lower, but it's not enough to strip corals. You know what I mean? Because it's stable as well. The phosphates have come down by 0.3. So the only thing I can put it down to is that caloropra, because like I said, the phosphates were up, then they were down when I added Roaphos, then they went back up again, and now they're coming back down again. So it's got a bit of caloropra.
Yeah, it's got to be the chlorpa. It's got to be that it went sexual and just dumped a bunch of nutrients that affected the coral.
Yeah.
There we go.
So we'll just see how the frags react now. Like all around the base of the frags where they've been cut, I've just like made sure there's a nice coating of super glue, to help keep the flesh down, to stop the flesh from peeling off.
Yep, exactly.
So,
yeah,
we'll just see what happens.
So I've been watching my clowns in my 20 too, because those two have been going at it. So my harmonious tanks are no longer harmonious. It's like, God damn it. Like, welcome to reef keeping.
It's always a matter of time.
Yeah, welcome to reef keeping, folks. No, so Tina's, wow, Tina's got beat up fish. I got beat up fish. Mike's got stripping corals and a tang with ick. Anybody else got anything screwed up going on?
No, all okay so far.
There we go.
I very gently moved a couple of rocks.
Okay.
And was very careful not to disturb the sand bed. It's still not where I want it. Like, I'm not completely done, but I shifted things a little bit. My minus Blenny has been AWOL, like completely. I think that's a good sign, right? Because
yeah. I mean, Blenny will hide.
Yeah.
Some will.
Yeah. But when I was moving,
sure he's not on the floor.
No, he's not. He's not. I've been checking about that.
You got a top on that tank? I never did ask that.
No.
There's not.
Should I?
Okay.
Did you take any rocks out?
No, because I know he can get inside of them.
Well, he sure can. Yeah, I actually found my tail spot Blenny, or what was left of my tail spot Blenny, when I did my rocks, like took my rocks out, was moving tanks, and I left my rocks. I piled them into a bin with water. But unfortunately, what it turned out I happened to do was close him in where he couldn't get out of that. And we lost him. If my relationship ever went downhill, that would be it right there. I killed her favorite fish as far as she's concerned.
Yeah.
Oh.
My little one, every time one of you speaks and you have a fish, she says fish. They can't hear anything because I wear earbuds just in case if anybody says anything.
Yeah, no, it's a better way to go because you never know my streams right now, right?
Yeah, my kids don't need to hear strangers on the internet talking about stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, Blennies are, man, it's jumping fish, carpet surfing. You got to wonder if they ever jump and go, I'm free. Shit. So much for being free. Another wee one. I don't know, guys. There ain't a whole lot though, really. Well, let's get some talking on. Anybody got any issues, any problems, anything to go on that they need to ask questions about? Or are we all just hanging out and drinking coffee and being stupid? Either way.
I'll show you my updated scape later. Like right now, I'm dealing with them, but
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just sitting here thinking I had no agenda. I literally just threw it up just so we could all hang out. So it's all good. We'll all come up with something.
I always intend to ask, and I always forget it. Every tank I've set up, and since I'm getting set this new one up now, I always end up with those. I believe the name is sporobid worms, or the little white. They look like little white dots that you get all over. Oh, you overflow the back of the tank, glass. you look at them, if you look without, unless you take them off and look at them under a magnifying glass, they just look like little white. But if you take them out and look at them under a magnifying glass, they're actually these little worms. They have a little shell that they just seem to get all over the walls, all over the rock, and everything. Is there any way you can avoid those, or is it just going to come with the hobby no matter what you do?
I don't know. I've seen cocoa worms take over a tank before, but that's literally they took over. I was thinking we're going to cover all. I'm going to toss.
You can scrape these off the wall, they're, but when they get on the rock, you can't. There's not much you can do when they get all over the rock. So,
yeah, I don't think there's a way to really control them unless somebody else has a tip.
I see them.
Maybe a rast.
Yeah, wrasse. Yeah.
Wrasse.
No.
No, you've had wrasse and they don't touch them?
No, you couldn't get these off. I mean, you got to scrape really hard to get them off the wall. So they're not that big either. I didn't know exactly what they were, so I took one off and looked under magnifying glass, and I checked online and found out what that is. There's sporobid worms. There's just you don't actually see the worm, but they're filter feeders. I usually find them on the back walls, on a black wall, or on an overflow tower, or they'll just start to multiply like crazy after a while, and they don't hurt anything, but they're just kind of annoying that they're there,
What kind of worm did you say it was again?
I believe it's called a sporobid. If you look under the critters, like in Milan's Reef, he's got it listed there. I even asked him about it one time. He said, it's no big deal.
Yeah, they're really not. They're filter feeders, I'm sure.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, so, it's kind of like the bristleworm thing, right? They're good for your tank. You may not like it, but they're actually a sign of a healthy tank, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's what he said. But I just don't like them.
Yeah. No, they're Bees Reef. He's talking about the little white worms that you'll see on the rocks. They're like little encrusting worms, but they're not cocoa. They're not feather duster style. So, it's one of those things that it's a sign of a healthy tank, but my cat's got a hold of something out there. Damn it. Yeah.
Sorry, is it? I don't know if you can see there, but can you see them ones there?
Yeah,
they like that? Purplish looking?
Jeez, I keep forgetting.
See them.
Yeah, I'm going to bring you up here in a second, Raven. 2 seconds here.
Roughly in the middle. You just see a couple poking out.
Yeah, you're talking about right in the middle there. They're kind of poking out.
Yeah, you can see some.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like a little purple thing. That's what I've got, but yeah.
Yeah, it looks like.
Yeah. I think they just come in naturally, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, there's no such thing as a clean reef. The minute that your idea is to have that, light coralline rock and a bunch of corals all over it, and there's going to be nothing else, you're in trouble because that's not the way it's going to go. So, yeah. I wouldn't worry about it unless it becomes an infestation, because my brother-in-law had a 20, and he had so many cocoa worms that his sand bed literally was cocoa worms. That's all there was. Right? So, that's because he never cleaned his tank. And he just looked at me and goes, "Oh, I did my water changes." I said, "That's not cleaning your tank, man. You never cleaned your sand bed. You never did anything. So you just gave everything free rein to just grow." You know what I mean? You just
on the rock, I say they get on the rock, and that's where they get annoying. But once the corals grow on the rock, then they're gone. They'll grow right over those things. So so you just really have to worry about them on your like the last tank, the ill-fated 93. They would show up on the back back wall. They didn't show up. I had the tank I had before, the 125. They really got in my sump really bad. But, no, they don't really. I mean, that's why I always forget to ask about them. They're not a huge problem. They're just kind of annoying, you know. Every once in a while they show up. I get out a scraper, scrape them off. And I'm just.
See, I normally
tank this morning. I'm thinking, yeah, they'll show up sooner or later, you know.
Yeah. See, I've got them on the sump, on the little filter.
Yeah.
That's why I find them. See them?
Yeah.
See them growing there?
Exactly. Okay. I'm like, if everybody else has got them, I'm okay.
Yeah, no, we do. I got them. They're there. It's a natural part of the reef, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking that up for you, Vicky, about Midas Plenty and yellow and black tail, which I think is what they're calling a Midas.
Yeah. Yeah. I've still got all that sand, white stuff.
You still do?
Yep. See? And I've moved the power head again. It's just really so weird.
It is that you're getting it's like a precipitant fallout.
Yeah.
What's going on?
So he put his he's mixing his salt water in his tank, and he's got flow, he's got a power head, and he's got this
power head.
Yeah, and you're getting this weird precipitant fallout, man. And that's RODI water too, right?
Yep.
Huh.
Yep.
You ever seen that
when
before?
You can see it's blowing around.
Yeah, that is really.
How long has your salt been sitting there?
What's today? When did I do it? Friday night.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to keep stirring it, man. You're just literally gonna have to get on top of it and just every time you see it start to collect again, stir it again. Just keep it in the column. Yeah,
that's what I've been doing.
Do you have like a really long ladle or one of those, a turkey baster or something that you can kind of manually stir it?
One of them.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I have a brew spoon because I make kombucha. So I have to, I don't know if you're familiar with what that is. It's like a fermented tea. So it's a really long plastic food grade plastic spoon. I use it in my reef tank. Sometimes when I have a coral that tilts a little too close to the glass, I'll put the brew spoon down there and just like if it's still on a frag, I'll slightly scoot it so that I don't have to stick my hands down. And that way it's more controlled too because it's got like a little scoop on the end of it.
Yeah. So I've just been moving the power head across the tank so it just blows it all up.
The power head might not be. I mean, if you're not seeing if you're not seeing it dissolve, you might need to actually mix it. Sorry, my kids are getting pancakes, so they're turning into little monsters.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. They can turn into monsters all they want. So Vicky had a question about a Midas Plenty. A Midas Plenty can be more than happy in a 20 that's not stocked that much, or a 30. Just to let you know.
Hey, it's not
Eradicate, you picked up a sponge and you had a reaction to it. You said it looked like you picked up something that pricked you, like a prickly cactus, I think you said. Then worms block the flow into the pumps. Yeah, that's the problem with the worms. Yeah, that's definitely, it's all overflow. Your pump, like, that's the only problem with those worms. Actually, that is something to watch out for. But they generally don't go into high flow. They like lower flow areas. That in my experience with them, but I know they can do that. So,
hey Craig, he could get the big wood. He could get the big wood spoon off the wall and stir that up, right?
You got it. Yeah, give your kid a beating and then stir your tank, man.
That's it.
That's yeah. I don't advocate child abuse, but I'm tapping my nose, right? O's in the A. Oh man. Somebody help me out. Give me something funny to talk about because I'm just like, oh, people are asking too many fucking important questions this morning. Oh. Yeah.
Wow, there's the dog.
Yeah. There's the dog.
There's the dog. The Labradoodle. The mop.
Regarding the Midas Plenty, do do remember that I have an 18-gallon display.
Yep.
Even though it's 24 water. And I only have 3 clowns, and then I have a few shrimp. Remember the blue shrimp? I think I lost him. Because I saw one shrimp eating what appeared to be the inside of another shrimp.
Oh yeah, that's very likely. Welcome to racing.
Okay, yeah. So I only see the 2 red ones and then the blood fire. So fortunately, it wasn't a blood fire.
2 red ones and a blood. Okay. What are the 2 red ones?
Those are peppermint shrimp. I had 3 peppermint shrimp.
You got 3
now I have 2.
shrimp. Okay.
Now I only see 2, and the blue one is missing. The weird one that turned blue.
Yeah. They die a lot. You know what I mean? Like I know people who've had their shrimps for 5-6 years. Mine, on average, are lasting 2 to 3. So, I had one die. I had him since the beginning, and he lasted 3 years, almost 3 years, and then he croaked on me just out of the blue.
Yeah, they're also like $6 at my LFS, and that's healthy. So they're not. Yeah.
Do you know how much like a skunk cleaner shrimp is, or a blood fire shrimp is here?
40 maybe.
It's $40 for a cleaner, and it's almost $70 now for a blood fire.
God. Well, if you want to smuggle them, if I see you in Vegas,
that's okay.
Smuggle some out, I'll bring you some.
I don't need to find out if the guy from CRA is surprisingly gentle with the rubber glove. I really don't. So.
Nick's asking about the Midas. He's completely gone, but I believe that he's doing okay if he's in here.
Yeah, you just have to keep an eye out. They do tend to be nocturnal. Tail spot blennies, on the other hand, that's why I like tail spot blennies, because they're out during the day. They're very not diurnal. Diurnal is night, whatever the hell it is. I don't remember the term, but they're daytime guys. And yeah, buddy, what can I do for you? God, cats, what's up with you guys today? Right? There's no fish on the floor. I know the top's on, so what? Yeah. I have to check the food. It's usually the other thing. So, I don't know. Just keep an eye on it. You know what? That's why I love having the camera on my tank half the time while we're chatting, because it actually lets me watch my tank while I do something else. So, don't always catch everything, but, But I can tell that tank is being a douche, because I can see him hanging around the back where the clowns hang out. It's like, okay, that's the way that's going to be today. So, but I'm pretty good at catching them, so shouldn't be too bad. And I'll just be patient with getting them too. But I'm going to try Jeff's trick again, and I'll try a mirror one more time. I know it gets the whole tank upset, but you know what? If I can get him focused off of attacking the clowns or attacking that firefish, then so be it. Because what I want them to do is be on the lookout for that, not on the lookout for the clowns, right? That's, I guess, the point. So. But anyway, so yeah, Raven. So that's the big tip: stir, boil, toil and trouble, man. You just got to stir it until it's gone. And I kept vacuuming a little bit out at a time, because it just, it got to a point where it wasn't even making a difference when I had it happen to me. I couldn't tell you what caused it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, I even took out about 20 litres and refilled it.
And you're still getting like a weird fallout. Yeah. Weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, very strange. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember, Raven, 2 days ago when you were showing us your tank and Michael told you, hey, get to stir in that salt right now and get it dissolved before you get precipitate?
Yep. Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I already was doing that already.
What your
I
response
was already doing it.
Oh,
yeah, I'm going to take the pump out.
You're like, I'm too lazy right now.
Yeah, but no, I had been stirring the salt already and everything.
Okay, just checking.
So, yeah, but I was in the process of doing that. But I would have done it after the stream, but because what's it? I said I'll do it right now. It gets things done, doesn't it?
Yeah. Red Sea Coral Pro, Nick. as I recall.
Yeah, Red Sea Coral Pro. So,
That's pretty good. I got 11 dislikes already, Nick. Check that out, eh? I don't even think there were that many people in here.
9 of them happened literally right before my eyes within like a minute. Like
Yeah.
I noticed it and I went and checked the precipitant list and it was the usual suspects. So
Yeah.
it just means we're pissing off the right people. It's all good.
That's whatever it is. You want to come in here and that's your goal, you go right ahead. By the way,
you got 9 like all at once. It was just like a little parade came through here. And
Nick, on the new tank, he used Red Sea Coral Pro Salt. And there is a heater in there. And all the normal stuff is in there, guys. Yeah. We just have some kind of weird precipitant going on in his tank. I wonder if there was something on the glass.
Sorry?
Did you clean the glass yet? I know that sounds like a really weird thing, but...
Before I even done anything with the tank, I gave it a good clean out.
With vinegar?
No, not with vinegar. I just used water and cleaned it right out.
Yeah, that shouldn't have led to anything being on the glass.
Yeah.
Oh, don't even worry about it, bees. It's not even worth the thought process. He's using a Jabo. I think that, what is that you're using for a return, or not a return pump? For a wave maker at the bottom? It's a Jabo, right?
Yeah, Jabo. Yeah. It's the RW4.
It's a 4? It's a little small, but that's a small tank. That's only a 54-gallon tank, right? Is that 250?
It's the 250 one, yeah.
250, yeah.
But it was in the nano tank before, so.
And he's asking the return.
The return pump is on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on. It's on full. Yeah. Yeah, 54 gallons. That's right. Yeah.
That's a weird one, man. That's I've only ever seen it once. It happened to me, and it did take me a couple of days to get it to stop precipitating at the bottom. So it never hurt the fish. It just weird.
Mm.
Yeah. You got another pump you can throw in there on the other side? Get some collision?
No, unfortunately, I don't have one at the moment.
No.
I didn't think it was going to be this bad, actually, at all. So yeah.
Yeah, I gotta head out, guys. I gotta make a trip to Lowe's. And
cool. Have fun.
Oh yeah, I'm a frequent flyer there the last few weeks.
I bet. That's the way it works, man. Yeah.
Hey, I gotta go get something for the new tank, but I also gotta get something for the yard, which I gotta take care of that too. All right, you guys have a good day. Maybe if you're on, I'll catch you later.
Catch you later.
Later, bud. Yeah. So I don't know what is going on in there, but I couldn't answer that. I'd have to research it a little more to actually find out what's going on, because I don't even remember what I found out, and it was like it was more it's your salt. So
and yet when I take a reading, it's like it's spot on, sort of like what I want it at. It's Linetti. It's fine.
Yeah. Did you test the parameters of the tank at all, just for fun?
As in
alkalinity, magnesium, and calcium?
No, I haven't done that at all.
I'd be interested to see what those are. Just because it looks like precipitant. It's not salt, right? Because if it was salt, it should be breaking down. It's almost like you're getting sand, right?
Yeah.
So
it is like a fine dusty type thing.
Put the return. Nick's saying to put the return pump in the tank and mix it up and see if it breaks down.
That's an idea. Yeah.
Just to get it
It
moving
should-
around, right? Like really get it moving. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Lay it on its side and just let it rip.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'll have a
Try
go
that
at doing
first.
that. I'll try that.
Yeah. Oh
I'll
man.
try that. I'll sit. I'll do that right now. I'll stay on, but I'll do that right now.
Sounds good. We can. We'll hang out. We'll watch you do it, man. Come on. I don't want to look at your ceiling.
Oh. I've got a. That is. What was it Paul was saying about her having that type of light on mine? He doesn't like them because of the legs, and he's had them fall in.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I don't have hang-ons, because of my ceiling. I don't know if you can see that. It's all I don't know what it's called, but it's all architrave. It's all molded, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's no way I'm going to ruin a ceiling like that.
I'm not saying you
Yeah.
should.
Yeah.
I only want.
And next will be, you can get stands and you can hang them from stand, So, but no. It's
Now
easier.
the thing in North America that's far too popular, and I find a lot of new homes now, is it's all just very square. There's no shape to the house
Yeah.
at all. It's literally just square rooms,
Yeah.
right? So.
Yeah. I mean, my one has got some character. It's my house, so.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool.
Right, I'm gonna try that right now.
Yeah, let's see if we can get her stirred up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to wedge it, Nick said, so it doesn't spin around unless you got the rubber feet.
Yeah, I've got rubber feet on there. I can stick it to the side of the glass, like you said, and just blow it one way.
Yep.
Turn it down and see what happens. Right, I'm gonna take these here. I'm gonna take these out and then.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, Vicky, I agree. I'm having a lazy day. I know there's stuff I could be doing, and I don't know what's going on. My wife's got a mood going. She hates her new shift. She's OCD, so when they change things, and I guess they just had a management shakeup at work, and she's, it's just all I can do is be a good husband and say, why are you mad at me? Please don't be mad at me. Her favorites when I look at her, please don't kill me. It's technically not my fault. So let's check in on the douche tang. I think we're all going to be doing catch up on laundry. I think my laundry's caught up. I just got to do the dishes. I'll get it at some point. I think Paul's doing a trifle too, Vicky. Or trifle. I'm not really sure what you guys call it. Trifle, I think, isn't it? Oh, I didn't ask him that. You know that, Nick? I did not ask him if he tried to mix it all at once, like he put it all in, or if he did a bit, let it mix, did a bit. Yeah.
No, I put it all in one.
All in at once. That's maybe where it came from.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could be, but he's also siphoned out the excess at the bottom, and he's still getting more. I do know that from last night.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh yeah, we all do that, Dina. That's always a good idea. Check what your parameters are in the bucket before you put it in the tank and see if it's close to what's in the tank, or if it's going to make up a little, or if it's making up a lot, or if it's actually less. Yeah. And we're all lazy and say we do that, and we don't do it every time. So I don't know. I don't know. I got a bubble here shortly, but that's not even a big deal. I mix all my water prior to it going in, so usually what I put in my tank is usually pretty clear. But I did it once where I put it all in the tank, bare bottom, that was being used as a quarantine, and I had a similar issue, and it took forever to get it to clear up. Like, just took all kinds of pumps and effort. So I think my water was too cold, to be honest, that time. Oh yeah, bees. I love like Fritz Pro RPM. Love that stuff. 20 minutes, clear as a bell. Never get a thing out of it. Yeah, my wife thinks that I think I know what's going on. I don't think that Tang's being that much of a douche nugget. Although he has bit one fish pretty good, and if he's been picking on my clowns, I'm sorry, Vicky, that you want a cigarette. No, I'm not. Not at all. No, it's yeah, it's gonna be a weird day, I think. Wow. Whatever. There we go. So review is complete. I gotta check on that there in a minute too. You don't need to necessarily go with a return pump. Tina, if you go to like Lowe's or any of the garden centers, look for one of the smaller pond pumps, but look for one that's about, you're using 5-gallon buckets, right? As I recall, you're doing what I do. I actually mix most of the time in a 5-gallon bucket because I don't do big water changes on my 120 here very often. No, what are you using to mix your 30-gallon drum? Then yeah, get yourself a larger pond pump. It'll be a lot cheaper, and you'll actually be a little happier. It does the same thing. You're going to abuse the crap out of it mixing salt. So yeah, I was looking at one time. It was 400 gallons per hour, and it was going to be like $40. So no. That being said, you got to keep an eye on it, make sure if it's a steel shaft, it's not rusting, all the good stuff. But you know, you're just mixing the water with it right quick, so generally it's not too bad. Yeah, that's the way it goes. Yeah, I hear. Yeah, that's what we all do. We all do that. I'm just checking something here online, folks. I got a little business to do. Go. There we go. That shit's do. All right. Yeah, I always heat my water. I try to get it heated up a little bit before I actually add salt, just so it doesn't do any fallout. Yeah, I tend not to throw away equipment. I'm pretty bad, right? You know, so I can use that for something. Just sits in a bin forever. But you know what? Once in a while, hey, guess what? I used it. So yeah, my wife thinks it's a piss poor excuse, but oh well. It's what it is.
That's why most electronics engineers I know are hoarders. They just have bins and bins and bins of shit that maybe someday I'll be able to reuse a part on this. They have blown transistors all over the place. I'm like, dude, you
can't use a blown transistor.
Well, no, I mean like they'll have something that has like shit. I'm just saying that like they have shit everywhere that like 90% of it doesn't work. There's no chance of it ever being recovered. They're like, maybe someday I'll unsolder all this. I'll get a hankering to go through and like wave solder a bunch of shit. So
yeah, it turns into a thing. It really is, right? For me, it's the fish tank stuff and electronics. I'm the same way. It's like, why do I have this? I looked at my uncle. He actually had TV tuners from the 80s, you know, the turnstile one, not even electronic. And I'm like, why do you have this? It's garbage. You can't even use it, right? You're not even repairing TVs anymore. And he's like, well, you never know. And I'm like, yeah, I do, actually. You know, no one's ever going to use this. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we're all like that. Anybody who's in that trade, you know, immediately you're holding on to stuff all the time. Yeah, I did my tool room bees, and yeah, it looks like it did when I did it. So I just don't care anymore. As long as I know roughly where my tools are, I'm usually in pretty good shape. You know. Yeah, just wires and connectors. Oh yeah. I think everybody does that. I think it's just that you paid for it and you just don't want to throw it away. You know. I got a Superman mushroom frag plug I'm going to be able to pull out today that has 2 babies on it, and the big guy's moved off onto the rock, so I can leave him in the tank, and I'm going to have Superman mushrooms in my 20.
Yay! Congrats.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right. I just got to get motivated to pull it out.
One of the most exciting things for me, at least at this stage, is like seeing a new head or seeing like a new baby something or other, a new little polyp springing up. I'm like, yay, I'm doing something right.
Yeah, exactly. It's growing. The tank is, you know, if not necessarily thriving. I think they all want me to put a nori sheet in. It's like, guys, I can't give you one every day. And then it's like, well, I kind of can. I got to get rid of that diatom off the sand. The bubbling's working. It's breaking it up. So I think I'm just going to stick with it. You can actually see the work my pistol shrimp's been doing at the far end because it's all sloping up into the rock now. That was not the way that sand went in there. I can guarantee it.
The first time I bubble, I think I should probably do about 8 hours, and I think I'm going to do a time lapse. Like I'm going to take a screenshot, and then I'll probably pause the bubbling every hour and take. Do you think that would be good, or do you think it's all going to lift up at the same time? And then I'm going to show the after, like everything that ends up in my skimmer.
It could be fun. You know, if you do a time lapse like that and run it hard. Is it seem to be lifting that up off the bottom, Raven?
Yeah, not up.
Turn some light.
Raven, why don't you bubble it?
Not up.
Just bubble it. Just put some bubbles in there. That'll fix it.
There you go. Don't know if you can see it now.
If you're having trouble, put some bubbles.
Yeah, I don't think it's a catch-all. Although
well, that's what fixed my marriage. You know, we were on our way to divorce court and we just bubbled it.
There you go.
I'm just kidding.
I know you are.
I wish. What's funny is I've had friends that'll like talk about like things they fight over with their spouses, and they're like, "So, what's the thing you guys fight over the most?" I'm like, I don't think we've ever had a fight. Like since we started dating, I'm like, we've had a few like. I remember we went on a road trip to Louisiana and back, and like he was nagging me for my driving, saying that I was getting him car sick, but that wasn't a fight. He was just nagging. But yeah, I'm like, I don't really recall a fight.
So what I've done is I've put the Jobo the other side and the return pump this side.
Yep.
So you can see it is stirring a lot better.
So yeah, now what you could do is get in there. Like I said, I got a Kent Marine scraper that I use, and I just scrape the bottom to get that up in the water and just let it mix, right? Because you may not get rid of this. You may have to vacuum it out again, so to speak. But that is a lot of particulate in the water, man.
Yeah.
And the water's 78, aka 25.8 degrees.
I've set it for 25 on the heater. So yeah, I can feel it's warm.
It's warm. No,
Yeah.
I don't know. There you go, Nick. Anything else? Now he's having a good look at it. If you're still there, you haven't fallen asleep, you daft bastard.
He's putting out fires.
Yeah, he's putting out fires. Yeah, that's all he ever does. Whether it's in our reef tanks or his reef tanks or, an actual fire. It's almost like it's caking, they call it.
Yeah. When you can see it on the return pump there.
Yeah, you can see it everywhere. Yeah.
All on the. So yeah.
Yeah, I've only ever had that happen with Instant Ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, Bees, that was going to be my next thing. You know what you could do is do an endless siphon and siphon it through a filter sock.
Yeah, what I done that earlier on. I put the tube up here straight into the filter sock and then cleared it out. So yeah, I put it into this filter sock here, the nearest one.
Yep.
And just filtering it that way.
Wonder. And is that a fresh bucket of salt? Or is it an old bucket of salt?
I couldn't tell you, but it was given to me by somebody. It was a brand new one. But it was given to me.
Oh, that's right too. I remember you told me that.
Yeah, it was a brand new one. So the person bought it and then went straight out of the hobby afterwards. So yeah.
That's a little odd. It just is. Like I said, I had it do it, but it was Instant Ocean, and I'm used to Instant Ocean doing that kind of caking. Yeah, weird.
Yeah.
Especially that the water itself, my water above it was perfectly clear. Yeah. We'll see what it does, man. I mean, all you can do is run it until it clears, and if it doesn't clear, is drain it and start over.
Start over again, clean it out. But the thing is, I know at the end of the day, it's not going to be. It shouldn't be any what's the word? It shouldn't be detrimental to the tank itself, as in because it should all be there as such, but it's just caked.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
No, it does. That's precipitant. You can see it in the water. You can see it's like it's not. Give it a few hours. I mean, we're all sitting here going, right away and doing knee-jerk reactions to what's there, but yeah, it's definitely.
Is there any particular reason you didn't wait? Because I tend to mix mine in buckets, do the salinity,
I know because it's a fresh tank. I normally would do it in buckets first and put them in. But because it's a fresh tank, you can put it straight in, mix it through that one.
Yeah.
For some unknown reason, it's just cake.
Yeah.
So I normally use I normally use alcoholic. I don't normally use red tea.
No, exactly, Bees. And Anna, all of us do that. If I got a fresh tank with nothing in it, I'd just mix it in the tank.
Yeah.
Hell, when I did my 120 gallon, it was empty. I did it all in the tank.
Yeah. So much easier.
What?
Because also because what I done was I put the RO in first and ran the tank to see if there was anything, sort of like any leak or anything, So you don't want to leak with salt water.
Huh.
So yeah.
Interesting. That's weird, man. I'll have to just keep an eye on it, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I'll have to do. So
Well, I'm going to take a break, guys.
Yep.
Don't really have a whole ton of people going here right at the moment, which is, you know, I love the ones that are here. I love yous all. I always do.
Yep.
Yeah. And good luck, Tina, with what you're doing. Keep an eye on your fishies. And Vicky and the rest of you guys and Annika, thank you for coming. And I am going to go get some crap done. And then I'll either get on later or see who gets on, and I'll see you there. All right?
Yeah. I'm going to carry on watch the motor racing.
Sounds good. I'm going to go watch F1. See you later.
That's what I'm doing. Catch you later. Cheers.
Yeah, later, folks. Bye-bye.